Okay, it's an afternoon in Denver. We don't have Nikki. This is Ty with the Butterfly Pavilion podcast. I've got a new microphone, so I don't know why I keep using this soft voice. Ty with the Butterfly Pavilion podcast. But this afternoon, we've got Brother Tim and Aunt Marge in San Diego. Mm-hmm. And I just thought I'd ask them quickly, hey, what have you enjoyed out of watching the Butterfly Pavilion podcast? Or this is a trick question to actually find out if you've actually watched the Butterfly Pavilion podcast.
I don't think I watched the last one because you were talking a lot about number four.
Okay, well then you need to watch the episode. Watch or listen to. You listen to a podcast, you watch it on YouTube. We have both.
Yeah, no, I see it on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Well, you can catch it either way, but what have you enjoyed with episodes 1 through 3?
Well, continuing the way you and Nikki just automatically bounce things off of each other. It's so natural and it's cute. And Nikki's laugh really adds to it. And then when she's dad.
She's effervescent, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
Yeah, she is.
But no, you asked me before I hit the record button of what is the Butterfly Pavilion, and the genesis was the story of when she was a little girl and she was probably 6. And there's a place in Denver called the Butterfly Pavilion, although this podcast has no affiliation with the Butterfly Pavilion in Denver. But she was at the Butterfly Pavilion with her mom, and she saw a flower, and as a little girl would do, she picked the flower, and this teenager that worked there walked up and ripped it out of her hand and said, butterflies, if they're the flowers are the butterflies' food, you can't do that. And of course, she was crying, and mom calls me on the phone, and I was pissed. So I got a hold of the CEO of the Butterfly Pavilion. There was an actual CEO of that pavilion at the time, and he called me back, and I'm like, hey, I just thought you should know that this happened. And he called me a week later, and the kid was fired. And that was not my intent, but maybe a life lesson this kid got. But it's a metaphor that, I was taking care of her, I felt, in that situation. And now it's a bit of a role reversal. She comes over every Sunday, and, she calls me all the time, usually once or twice a day, like Kim called mom, or Kim calls Marge, and she's just supportive. Oh, I think we've got a dog approval of the Butterfly Pavilion. But anyway, it's a metaphor for how I took care of her as a kid, and now she's taking care of Dad.